Hi and welcome to the channel and welcome to this RWBY reaction. I'm actually filming this introduction 3 days after I did the reaction. The reason for this is because I recorded it on a Sunday morning and I literally got out of bed, realised the house was empty, switched on the computer and immediately did the reaction. And I was looking rough. I mean, even for me, I was looking rough, and I'm a little bit ashamed of that fact. I should have taken the time to clean myself up, have a cup of coffee, gather my thoughts. So my original introduction was rambling and I looked rough, and because I'm having to present this without the picture-in-picture thing down here, or at least in full, I thought that, well, looking as rough as I did and with no other distraction on the screen, I didn't think the video was very good. I wasn't happy with it, to be quite honest. But I can't re-record the reaction, so I thought I'd re-record the introduction, and hopefully this makes up for it. Yeah. And in the original introduction, before I'd seen the episode, I was concerned about the introduction of Sienna Khan having been teased for so long, and we see her in one scene and then she's dead, or at least we assume that she's dead. We don't know, that's for sure. I'm really hoping that Rooster Teeth hasn't yanked us about like that just to pull this one on us. Actually, knowing their sense of humour, I can believe it. I also confounded about this whole blocking thing that was in the original introduction. I should mention that. I don't know, I'm gonna on the next episode I may try and do the picture-in-picture but edit it until it's sort of about half the length of the original and see if that works. I'm thinking maybe all this blocking is occurring because originally the episodes were only sort of 8 minutes long. Now they're in excess of 20 minutes long. So maybe a little bit of editing is required from us reactors now. That's the only thing I can think of. We're not getting any answers back from Rooster Teeth. We're not getting any answers back from YouTube as to what's so wrong. YouTube are blaming Rooster Teeth. Rooster Teeth are staying very quiet on the subject. I've tried to email them to ask them what's going on, and I haven't had a reply as yet. I suspect that they're gonna stay quiet on this subject until they at least figure out what's going on. I don't think they know. So I did think about just dropping RWBY for the time being, letting this all wash over and let it go, let it pass, and then just starting RWBY again. But I can't wait for new episodes. I like the series, and like any series that I love, I can't wait for a new episode. So maybe I'll record the reactions but just hold off actually publishing them and for the time being, or maybe just trying to present them in the way that I have been for this series so far, and fade in the picture-in-picture and have it mostly audio only. Maybe I'll try and edit. I'm going to experiment, see what works. Let me know what you think. Let me know. I know a lot of you are more than happy with the audio only, but I really should look a little bit better than I did in this one. Anyway, I give you the reaction as it was. And again, I'm sorry I look so rough. Let's go. Triumph will be ours indeed. Oh, Callie. Okay, what's that? Oh, it's all about Adam Taurus taking over the White Fang, of course. And then
Are you ready?
is he gonna
Yes.
try and take over from Adam?
It won't be easy for the people to hear, but the truth often isn't.
Oh, he's got to break the news.
I know they'll do the right thing.
God, he's gigantic, isn't he, that guy?
You got this.
He's Gira's gonna end up liking Son. Are Son and Blake an item now then, are they? Do we think?
Thank you all for assembling here. I wanted to take time to address some of the rumors that have been circulating around our island. I believe that it is important for the people of this territory to understand the truth. No matter how you feel about the human race, I think we can all agree that the event now known as the Fall of Beacon was a tragedy. A tragedy that will set both man and faunus kind back. While the main aggressor is still unknown, we do have official confirmation that Adam Taurus, the leader of a powerful splinter group working inside the White Fang, was partially responsible for these attacks. His actions not only tarnish the reputation of an organization originally created to bring peace and equality to all, but to our entire race. With each day that this man remains unpunished, it becomes increasingly difficult to condemn those that look down upon us.
That's caused a bit of a stir.
Recently, a spy from this same splinter group set their sights on this very home. My own daughter, Blake, and her friend did their very best to apprehend this individual. While they were unsuccessful after being physically assaulted and seriously injured, they were successful in obtaining the assailant's scroll. With this, we have been able to ascertain that Adam Taurus has plans to overthrow the current leader of the White Fang, Sienna Khan.
He's already done it.
Over the reins himself.
Is this before? Is this before?
His radical plans do not stop there. The documents on this scroll proclaim his next target to be Haven Academy and its attached CCT tower. Their plan is to strike on the last full moon before the beginning of the fall semester. Roughly 2 months from today.
All right, so we've got time. This is going to
to
build up for the finale, isn't it?
I believe we have
the
a
fall
great
of Haven.
responsibility. My relationship with the White Fang has been an interesting one. Years ago, I led the organization to help try and create a world where I and every faunus who wished could walk alongside the human race. And while I believe we made great strides toward this goal, it was made clear to me that the people both in and out of the White Fang wanted faster results. So I stepped down.
Different
Sienna
results.
Khan was appointed as my successor. It's true that I do not fully condone many of her methods. What I do condone is what Sienna fights for. The idea that the faunus and humans are, and should be, equal. Adam Taurus does not seem to have that goal in mind.
No.
What he has done,
he wants to make faunus the dominant.
But himself. I think it's time
with him at the top.
Faunus showed the world that we are equals. Time that we snuff out this splinter group and restore the White Fang to what it once was. To do this, I think the answer is clear. We must go to Haven and protect it at all costs.
Yes! Oh. Everyone's... No, I don't know about that.
Before we proceed any further, I'd like to invite my daughter to come and share her story. Not only as a former member of the White Fang,
but as a witness.
Also as a survivor of the Fall of Beacon.
Yeah.
You can do this.
Traitors!
Oh. What are you like? I thought... yeah.
Cowards. After everything the humans have done to us, everything they've put us through, you're asking us to help them?
I know we haven't been treated fairly.
Where was their help when the dust companies treated our people like slaves? Where was their help when kingdoms hunted Faunus just for being who they are? Where was my help?
Yeah, but you're trying to create a new world.
Were killed in a dust mine. Where?
Young lady, progress takes patience and cooperation.
The Belladonnas are the worst kind of Faunus. They want us to work with the same people that are trying to hold us down.
Oh my god, it's all going wrong for Gira.
If you truly want
It's
to
nods.
help your people, now is the time to support Adam, not the Belladonnas. He
Oh, it was
will
all going
bring
so
about
well.
the future that you deserve. And if you are unwilling to fight, know that the White Fang will do it for you.
Shut up!
After her!
Oh, no one's doing anything. Oh, it's all out rebellion.
Possessed or reincarnated.
Oh, isn't it weird?
Give me answers, come on, Oscar.
It is very weird, yes.
Okay. Let's all just take a second and remember that this is very overwhelming for everyone.
Thanks.
Oh no, what's... Oh, a little bit of a
sorry.
Ruby Oscar.
It's just, I've never really met huntsmen and huntresses before.
Well, we've never met a person with two souls, so first time's all around.
Blake would love this.
Not to break up the whole getting to know you game, but we need to have a talk. Mind showing us your little parlor trick, kid?
Yeah, okay. Just so you know, I'll still be here.
Right. It's going to change into Ozpin. Wow.
It is so very good to see you again, students.
Wait, what just happened?
Professor Ozpin? Correct. And though I may be the one speaking, Oscar is still present mentally. He's merely handed over the controls, so to speak. Just don't make us do anything embarrassing. I'm afraid this all must be very perplexing.
And alarming, and bizarre, and just
Really
kind of
weird.
hard to believe overall.
Yeah.
It's good to see you children still have your sense of humor. I know you've all been through tremendous hardship already. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not your fault.
It kind of is.
It's all my fault. I told you once that I made more mistakes than any man, woman, and child on this
Yes.
planet.
Yes, you did.
And I wasn't exaggerating. I'm cursed. For thousands of years I have walked the surface of Remnant, living, dying, and reincarnating in the body of a like-minded soul.
Ah.
The Professor Ozpin you all met was not my first form.
No, we didn't think it
and
was.
clearly wasn't my last.
No.
It's an extraordinary
It's like the Doctor,
process
except
on
creepier.
everyone involved.
So what are you?
It's just his
I am the
semblance.
combination of countless men who have spent their lives trying to protect the people of Remnant. With every rebirth, my soul is eventually merged with another. And I am changed. But my memories stay with me. This curse was bestowed upon me by the gods, because I failed to stop Salem in the past.
Wow.
But we must stop her now.
So who is Salem then?
And how do we do that?
We start by ensuring the safety of the Relic of Knowledge.
Relic of Knowledge is Haven, okay. She's kidnapped by Raven. But do they... Well, they know who she is, but do they know that she's connected to Yang?
What's going on? Where am I? You know, I never thought I'd see a Schnee in this.
Oh, that's the girl we see in the credits.
Vernal?
Vernal, right, okay. Oh, don't touch somebody else's weapon.
Straight to the point.
Unless they give you permission.
We don't normally deal in trafficking people. Not really worth our time. But once we realized we had a Schnee, that changed.
You're going to ransom me back to my father. Is that it?
Father doesn't care.
It's a shame you're
really.
a Schnee. You'd probably do quite well around here.
I would never sink to your level.
Just keep quiet and cooperate, and you'll be back in your mansion before you know it.
You just want to go back to the mansion. Silly person.
What's going to make this complicated is when my sister finds out that I didn't make it to Mistral. You know my sister, don't you? Winter Schnee, special operative of the Atlas military. She's in Mistral now, and when she hears I'm missing, it won't take her long to find me.
Ooh.
And you.
Oh. Oh.
What's so funny?
Is Winter working with them?
Oh, I don't know if it's more funny or sad, but you're clearly out of the loop.
Something
Your
happened to
sister
Winter?
Isn't in Mistral anymore. No Atlas personnel are in Mistral anymore. General Ironwood closed the borders and recalled all of his little troops in tin cans.
Oh.
No one is coming to rescue you.
I thought something had happened to Winter. Apart from Yang. Anyway, Yang's going to go and rescue her.
But now we can just take little cute boy Osmond to Lionheart and have him set things straight.
Please don't call me that.
Yeah, we're not sure that's the best idea.
But I thought the headmasters all took their orders from you.
That was the intention. 4 lieutenants I can trust, especially during times of reincarnation. But Crow told me about your meeting with Leonardo.
Yes, he's turned to the dark
He isn't just
side.
behaving irrationally. He's disobeying specific instructions I had left him. Something's wrong. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I don't want to rule out any possibilities either. No one outside of this room knows that I have paired with Oscar, and I think it may be best to keep it that way.
Play things close to the chest until we got a better hand.
Well, that would be
Precisely.
a good idea, yes.
Now, we have 2 steps ahead of us. The first is enlisting the aid of more huntsmen.
But the Mistral Council
Doesn't own every huntsman in the kingdom. And I've been here enough times to know where we can find some more.
So long
The
as they're
Undercity.
trustworthy.
You can trust them to put up a good fight. I'll throw together a list tonight.
Bad luck.
Good luck with that.
After that, we can move on to step 2.
What's step 2?
Protecting Haven.
Getting you 4 into fighting shape.
Oh. Yeah. Continue their training.
We already know how to fight.
You can only fight so long as you have Crescent Rose, but you're still lacking in hand-to-hand combat.
True.
Well, yeah.
Mr. Ark, I'm glad to hear you've improved, but sorry to say you've yet to unlock your semblance.
True.
All
But
of
I thought
you
we've
still
been
have
told that
ways
he's
to
already
go
used
before
it.
You're ready to pose any real threat against Salem and her forces. And though Oscar can give me temporary control, he'll need to strengthen his body and his aura. Wait, what? He'll inherit my muscle memory in time, but practice will expedite the process.
Yeah.
But if Crow's out looking for huntsmen, then who's going to teach us?
He is.
Well, I believe I was the headmaster of Beacon Academy. We have approximately 1 month before classes resume at Haven.
Ruby's
If Salem
face.
were to plan an attack, it would make sense that it occur prior to students' return. It's not much time, but it's better than nothing. Just don't expect me to go easy on you. Huh?
What about Oscar's semblance? They can't take that away from her, can they? A tiny little white knight. To cut the rope. That's brilliant. Oh. So Oscar, or Ozpin should I say, says that Jean has not yet unlocked his semblance. I thought we was told that we have seen him use his semblance, so maybe we haven't. Maybe that was just a red herring. Don't trust anything that the actors say outside of the show, because sometimes they can play with us, lead us down the wrong path. So hopefully we're going to very soon we're going to see Jean's semblance unlocked. I can't wait to find out. Obviously, I have my theories on what it is. I think it's some sort of... Well, I thought maybe... Because when he's discussing it with Pyrrha, when Pyrrha's explaining aura to Jean in the first volume, she says... Well, she goes through her explanations and he says, oh, it's like a force field. She says, yes, it's like a force field. I think that's Jean's semblance. I think his aura is not just like a force field. I think his aura is a force field. But that's just my theory. And we find out the truth about Ozpin. That he's been around for thousands of years. And that the body that we got to know as Ozpin wasn't the first. It's very much as we suspected. I think the fandom, I think, kind of worked that one out. But is he the original wizard that met the four maidens back in the legend, or is he the god of light, or whatever it was? I can't remember. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the where they describe the creation of the gods, the light and the dark god. I have to go through that again to see any clues, because could it be possible that that's Salem and Ozpin in their original forms? As for Menagerie, well, it looks like we're on the verge of revolution, and it's very, very much going against the Belladonnas and Sun. It looks like it's virtually all over, because those White Fang guards did absolutely nothing. So I don't know what's going to go on there. It looks like the Belladonna family and Son are going to have to get out of Menagerie bloody quickly. Maybe they'll go and find all the others. And of course, Yang is going to go and rescue Weiss. Weiss is going to have to rescue herself. I know that doesn't make any sense. What I mean is Weiss is going to have to do most of the work, and then Yang will be there as backup once she's, you know, nearly home and dry and just facing off the last of the guards. And there you have it. That was my reaction. That was my thoughts immediately after watching the episode. I've had a few thoughts on the episode since then, like when Weiss was creating the little mini suit of armour guy, and well, it's the Ozpin reveal that still gets me. I'm starting to think, you know, if we go back thousands of years, back to Ozpin and Salem, before huntresses, before hunters, before Ozpin had ever established the Guardians and the relics and everything. There's no, if you look at like a scene like that, there's no clear indication of who is the baddie and who's the goodie. Do you get me? We only assume that Ozpin is the goodie and Salem is the baddie by the fact of what's gone on afterwards. That Ozpin is safeguarding these relics, that he's trained up the huntsman that we all love. And Salem is recruiting her things, and she has Grim. You know, she has control of Grim, which we've been taught right from the beginning is, you know, the soulless, the evil. But what if that is just propaganda? What if Ozpin has set all this up, but he is in fact the baddie, and it's Salem that's actually got the best interests of Remnant at heart? That doesn't bear thinking about. Oh no, I don't want to go there. Actually, I don't want to go there. Next episode, please, Rooster Teeth. Now we need answers. We need answers bad. Anyway, I'll say again, thanks for watching. Bye bye.